Thank you all for joining today's online pitch event by Dental Venture Capital. We have a very special guest, Lieberthal. He's been on many of these pitch events. He's a huge supporter of the dental startup community and innovation in the dental industry. I think most of you know me. I've been doing this for a long time. This is our 9th online pitch event. I'm a startup advisor. Last week was implementing EOS and project management for a client in San Diego. This is such an important event. We've had so many amazing outcomes come from this event for the people that have pitched and the people that have attended, connecting investors with startups. Here at Dental Venture Capital, we take companies from idea to exit and work with clients. We have several clients. What I was working on last week with Practice Orbit, one of our clients, who is buying and selling dental practices. We were implementing the entrepreneur operating system. And this is something that I suggest everybody should be looking at this and implementing this in their companies. It's a great way to set goals and track all the way down to the weekly tasks, and a great way to run meetings as well. What makes a successful 3-minute pitch? First of all, you got to talk fast. 5 to 10-second introduction, something that catches our attention about your product. Talk a little bit about the problem that you're solving, what your traction is, and more importantly, the call to action. This is what a lot of people forget is, what are you asking for? What's your ask on the call? Do you want investment? What is the investment you're asking for? Do you want advisors? Do you want early adopters? So be concise and focused.
Our company, Tooth Pillow, and why we exist. Tooth Pillow, the reason why we exist is we want to make airway treatment more accessible to the millions of patients that need it. There's an estimated 1 billion people worldwide that suffer from a sleep-related breathing disorder. The story comes to these two little ones, Jaylee and Jacoby. Now, we learned something from a dentist would look at Jacoby's mouth at the time, and you would be able to start spitting off the list: crossbite, crowded, gum recession, gingivitis, early extractions, dental caries, narrow arches, chapped lips. Those are all the dental anomalies that are going on. We actually screened Jacoby's breathing while sleeping with a home sleep test. And these are his results. We discovered he stopped breathing every 10 minutes for at least 10 seconds. The medical term is an apnea or a hypopnea. The layman term that I like to use is a suffocation. He simply stopped breathing. He was suffocating every 10 minutes. That caused him to never get adequate sleep. And there was a study with about 7,000 kids that discovered 70% of them that had inadequate rest at night had a behavioral disorder during the day. So we thought, let's give it a try. Let's put him into this treatment plan, wearing a guidance appliance like this. After 10 months, Jacoby's mouth went from being all crooked and crowded to then start going in the right direction. 3 months after starting treatment, that same teacher that was complaining about his behavior nominated our son Jacoby as the student of the month of his school. We have a network of 70 doctors licensed and expert in these treatments throughout the country. We have different packages, but it generally is about $150 a month. We have about 1,500 patients that get evaluated every single month with us. We want to invite you to join us.
I spent about 35 years of my professional life as a compliance consultant, working in multiple different industries. Let me talk about what I see as problems. Specifically in the dental industry, our main goal is to help solve this potential problem with this complex regulatory and compliance environment that dental practices are dealing with daily. We believe that we can provide an innovative cloud-based solution to help reduce the risk and improve practice visibility and productivity. Specifically, even if we look at environmental health and safety, we're looking at close to $3 billion growing industry by 2028. We are dental focused, healthcare focused. We look at having a single platform, being able to deal with all these issues around compliance, the clinical side of the business. We got good traction. Currently, we have over 100 clients with over 336 locations and close to 4,200 users on the system. Very robust, very scalable, very cost effective. And if we're looking for investment, we're looking for people that understand the industry and help us with that go-to-market strategy.
My name is Matt Odgers. I started as a general business and estate planning attorney, and then about 8 years ago, I got into working with dentists primarily and doing practice transitions throughout the U.S. I worked with a dental CPA named Wes Reed, who is the brainchild behind Practice Orbit. Practice Orbit is a multi-sided platform to create a marketplace where dentists can list and purchase dental offices. It has a series of tools designed to help bring the whole team, including the CPAs, attorneys, practice brokers, into the same place where they can communicate and get the transaction done from start to finish. There's a handful of tools that I'll quickly run through. The main tool is a place where sellers can list their practice, and they come up here on this page. Once a seller signs up to list their practice, and it creates a perspective, here's a demo one to show what goes into this.
Been in a lot of deals and trying to create a software that centralizes the marketplace, somewhat like an MLS, and gives tools to buyers and sellers and their teams to navigate the sale inside of the system. So it's not just a matching site, it's a full multi-sided platform. And after your selling costs, what do you net? What do you take home as a seller? It's a really valuable tool that's not even out there in formal valuations as well. Right now, we offer 3 options. One, self-directed do-it-yourself for 2%, which gives the seller access to the buyer pool, the technology, and customer help desk. The third option is another broker could use it and pay us a small fee to get access to the buyer pool and the tools. And we charge 6.5% basically. We're going to charge 6.5% or $65,000, which is less than the normal 8 to 10%. So that's your market there. We could pivot this into vets, optometry, and other healthcare verticals later. I'd say it's probably around 10,000 a year practices that are transitioning.
What we do at the Global Innovation Center of Henry Schein and how startups can work with us, which is a bit of a mystery to most people. Hopefully we can cover those 2 topics and see how we do in terms of time. When you're a big company like us, you become a magnet for anything happening in healthcare. We become a bridge to the hundreds of business units around the world that make up the Henry Schein network. Innovations that are clinically oriented, innovations that help in terms of practice management and supply chain, inventory, ordering, automation, marketing intelligence, customer experience, a lot of those kinds of things, plus things that would benefit Henry Schein internally as well. At the end of the day, the Global Innovation Center doesn't sell anything. How does a young company, a startup, actually work with a big distribution company like Henry Schein? Pretty much every dentist in America is doing some business with Henry Schein. Most physicians are as well. So we create scale for you right away. A key thing here is because distributors have thousands of SKUs, a jack of all trades, but a master of none, they don't necessarily have expertise in your particular product. That we can't ask our salespeople to become experts on hundreds of thousands of products. For companies that have niche or boutique products, distribution may not be the right formula. The other thing is the revenue pie. Distributors typically charge anywhere from 30 to 50+%. Your internal sales team or manufacturing reps are really experts in your product in a way we can't be because we have so much product. Whereas our sales force are trusted partners of our customers, actually physically visits with our customers every week. But the key is we provide the scale, you provide the expertise. Having a relationship with a company like Henry Schein will free up capital to you. Investors want to know you have a market plan and a way of moving product. We don't provide early capital. Henry Schein is a big, very rich company, but we're not early stage investors and most distributors are not. If you want early stage capital, you're probably looking at venture money or angels and those kinds of things. So let's say you're a new company, you've got a new innovation. How do you get to us? And this goes back to my first slide, which is why were we formed? Why was the Innovation Center formed in the first place? It is so that folks like you can get to us and we can begin to work together. You can just send us an email
Dr. Mark Thorson, retired general dentist, educator, innovator, and dental sales professional. Dental patients want three things. Please do a really good job. Please do it very efficiently. And please don't hurt me. The systems that are currently popular for posterior restorations, class 2s, which is where we're starting, work. Oh, it's a solution. Why, it's Inflatrix. It's one piece. It's a soft combination of a couple of layers of polyurethane that are held in place by air and water pressure. Much more comfortable, especially when you talk about laser dentistry, then doesn't always have injections. We have 2 patents. We have a trademark. We have a 510K exempt designation by the FDA. We're going directly to doctors. We're going to be also on inflatrix.com. Here's my ask. First, more beta testers. Second of all, please come and meet me at Chicago at the Midwinter. I'll be there every day. I'm also pitching at the Shills Fund on Saturday. So that's my ask. I'm raising capital, but also wide open to partnerships and licensing.
I'm Scott Cato. I'm a retired dentist. I'm the CEO of Balance Pharma. Liberane Dental is one of our products. It works faster, it's less painful, it's more reliable. The potential for this product is enormous. You can see what we project right at $1 billion in operating income. If we did very poorly, it would still be in the hundreds of millions. So it's a nice big market, nice big product. We are well poised to bring this product to market. They're very fast, low cost, low risk, FDA pathway to approval. More than 150 clinicians who are end users have invested over $2 million in early funding rounds. Our current raise, we're trying to fill out the remainder of an $8 million round. We have another product. It's probably going to be brought to market by a mostly owned subsidiary of Balance Pharma. This is a really big market, $9 billion plus in the U.S. alone, mainly oral surgery. About 10% of the market is, say, wisdom teeth. You could go to balancepharma.com.
My name is Suzanne, and I am the founder and owner of Lunalite. Lunalite Dental is a medtech company out of the North Carolina area. We have developed the first of its kind laser-guided dental X-ray positioner for intraoral X-rays. The global dental X-ray market projected to grow about $698.8 billion by 2030, which is really right around the corner. We're seeking $250,000 funding. Basically, the investment will help us push the Lunalite's Bluetooth version to the market furthermore to develop our next phase. So at the end of the day, what you're looking at right here is this little pod will be removable. That's going to be charging. So it has a sensor in there.
My name is Arshia. I'm a dental student from the University of Toronto. I'm also the founder of Confidential Labs, and we made the world's first breathable dental dam, which is ComfiDam. So what are rubber dams or dental dams? They're rubber sheets that you place over a patient's mouth to isolate the treatment area and also protect the patient. They're mandatory for root canals, and they're highly recommended for fillings. We created the world's first breathable rubber dam. Our product is breathable. You can easily breathe through it, while at the same time it's hydrophobic. The market size is around $140 million and is expected to grow to $250 million by 2031. This is our team. We're a group of dental students from all across Canada. Our offer is essentially we would like to license our IP rights in return for $70,000. So if you're interested, you can visit our website.
My name's Nicholas. I'm actually sitting in Switzerland with my 2 co-founders. We're co-founding Implants, spin-off from the University and we are, as the name already says, in dental implantology. So what we want to do is make implantology and the whole process of it smarter, more effective, and truly personal. We can go into veterinary and even osteoporosis diagnose. But we do focus on dental because we know the market best and see the biggest need for it. In dental implantology, we're working with primary stability. Now, the problem that most dentists have is that they cannot accurately judge how high the primary implant stability is. So how do we do that? We have a 3-stage process. We got a bit over 700,000 Swiss francs or US dollars in non-dilutive funding to develop the whole thing. You guys to open your network, to open your knowledge for us to be able to validate our approach in North America. And we're raising a pre-seed round, need an initial 200,000 US dollars to really get the process going. Thanks a lot. And I'm really curious about your questions.